Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I'm Spirit Medium Laura, your host of this radio show. I've been channeling spirit for over 30 years and recently was chosen for the 2014 book, 100 Top Psychics in America. Here's how to LOVE love your readings on this radio show. L is for led spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection per caller. V is for validate all advice of licensed professional. And E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements. Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura, and you might have already heard from Susie B., who's screening the calls in the background. Thank you, Susie. I really appreciate that. So today we focus in on mediumship, which means connecting with loved ones on the other side. And if it tends to be the way it's been for the last couple of weeks, I may allow other kinds of questions because lately it's been very, very slow. I don't know where everybody went, but I'm happy to serve whoever does show up today. Okay, so for the first 10 minutes or so, I'll be chatting a little bit with you. Today I have a wonderful meditation, which I call, well, I used to call it Feel God Now, but today I'm going to call it Feel God's Love meditation. And I came upon this meditation, I made it or created it, so it's a copyrighted meditation, and you'll be able to play it back anytime you'd like here. But I created it because I was working in a pro bono situation with a lovely woman who was isolated in a wheelchair and was unable to leave her apartment unless a friend or her nephew or someone would come to take her out. And we were trying to help her gain more abundance, joy in her life. Spirit and I were. And so one of the days she said to me, I feel like I just can't feel God. And so I created this meditation. So before I go into that, I'm just going to go into a few other things here, and hopefully it makes you feel good when I do the meditation. Okay, so to get in the queue to receive a reading is area code 347-945-5849. I want to remind everybody listening that if you join my mailing list, you will be in the contest to win a free reading. Yes, win a free reading. So on the upper right hand of spiritmediumtv.com of that website is the entry to my mailing list, which is also the entry to the contest. And I will be drawing a new winner once a month. So the next winner will be drawn beginning of November. And everybody that joins from Monday on will be included in that contest. And also you can get a reading with me, a private session of 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, maybe even more. I even do longer term commitments. Just go to booklaura.com, and you can schedule your own private session. Now, on the website for this radio show, which is spiritmediumtv.com, you can watch the show live. I actually have a live video feed of me. It's kind of funny, in front of an Asian screen. It's not very visually stimulating, but nevertheless it is visual, because this show also is posted to YouTube. On Monday nights, I do a training class. after the radio show at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Here on Blog Talk Radio, I do a mixed radio show of both life readings as well as other side connections. And then for October, I will be starting the Intuitive Playground, which is an online workshop based on course materials, which you can purchase separately. But in the workshop, we do the exercises. And October is all focused in on alignment with your soul for greater abundance in life. Okay, and also for developing as a spiritual being. And it's a very exciting new slant on the law of attraction through soul alignment, which is integral to success with the law of attraction in the age and energies that we live in now. So, is there anything else here? Yeah, if you want to jump to the top of the reading queue, you can donate 5 to get 5 minutes on this show. That's item 1A on spiritmediumtv.com. Some people have made donations today. Thank you, Danielle. And thank you, Alex, for joining our mailing list. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be in the media. I'm always in the media here and there, just little things, big, sometimes the big things, actually. But I will be on a radio show this Friday night with Reverend James Ellis on uscradioproductions.com. And you can get the details on Spirit Medium TV. Item 4 on that page is all my media engagements and exposures. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. I think I'm a little bit introverted today. Monday night I was all happy and lively, but today I'm a little quiet because I was working on my book, which is called Intuition for Success with the Law of Attraction. I was doing a lot of proofreading. But it's funny. I can't stop rewriting things. Every time I majored in English in college, and every time I have writing in front of me, I always think of a better way to say something. So I'm very introverted right now. But anyway, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for readings, that's for sure. But Intuition for Success with the Law of Attractions reminded me of this beautiful poem and prayer. It's like a poem and a prayer all in one that I created for that client who was confined to isolation in her apartment with her wheelchair and her little pussycat. And why did I include it in the book is because what we are is what we attract. Okay. So if we're not feeling love, if we don't feel God's presence, okay, then we can't attract abundance. So the reason for this is not only to prepare us for the readings today, put us in a nice relaxed state of mind, but also to allow you all to align with your own sense of the divine, which will bring you divine results, because like attracts like. So I'd like everybody listening to uncross your arms and legs and start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to completely relax and let go. Just allowing yourself to let go. And if you can close your eyes, I'd like you to focus in on the vision field behind your eyelids. And I'd also like you to listen to the sounds in the environment around you, loud or soft, whatever they be. And as you focus on those sounds, you might notice that they become a soft hum in the background, similar to perhaps the sound of the ocean. So just relax into that humming sound, feeling safe and comfortable in your own little nook or place or location that you're at. And now I will repeat the prayer to feel God's love now. Thank you, dear God, for letting me feel your peace, your power, and prosperity, if only for a second. Thank you, dear God, for letting me feel your peace, if only just a glimpse. Thank you for letting me, dear God, feel, if only a taste of your power. Dear God, thank you for letting me feel your infinite prosperity. Thank you for letting me feel rest if only a moment, in the safety of your arms and power. Thank you, dear God, for letting me feel the comfort and rest of your divine love. Thank you, dear God, for letting me know you. And so it is. And so I'm going to now go to the phone lines, and I'm going to start with Danielle, as she so graciously did make a donation today, which goes in part to help animals. Danielle, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Long time no chat.
Yes, I know. Good to hear you.
Same
So
here.
happy with everything you're doing, Laura.
Oh, thank you. So happy to be speaking with you and everything you're doing as well. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome, honey. So I have a funny feeling that you're calling about your own life and not another side connection. Is that correct, love?
Of course. Yes, it is.
Okay. But I will do your
Lots
own.
happening.
Oh, all right. Well, I will work on your own life because I said for some reason the last 2 weeks energetically have been so quiet. So the phone lines here are not that busy. So I'll be more than happy to work with you on that, and especially since you made a donation. So go ahead. You know what? I want to do something a little different today. Okay. I want you to
Okay.
I want you to focus mentally on your question, and I'm going to start to just channel a little bit, and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay? So
Okay.
focus on what your issue is now for yourself, Danielle. And I'm going to see what spirit brings me. Okay? Hold on for a second. Fear. You do not have to have fear. They're talking about fear right off the bat. It feels like barriers to self, knowing in thyself, understanding thyself that are getting in the way, and that makes you feel very uncomfortable. Also makes you feel unconscious, like you're not sure you're doing the right things, not making the right decisions. If only, if only, if only another voice that permeates your brain or your feelings, thinking and longing for things that you think you want, but then again, you're not sure you want. So, by that kind of message coming through for you, it feels to me like there's a separation between your heart and your head. In other words, not understanding truly what's right for you and a sense of invalidating the self. Is that correct, please?
Yes.
Okay. So give me your
hmm
question, honey, so I can get to a little more detail.
Well, I I don't have an income right now,
Okay.
and I kind of
Just give me your question, though.
need
Just give
to
me your question, honey. Just give me your question.
okay. I want to know what I should be focusing on in my career.
Okay. And that's, by the way, that's what the next, with October's, what is October now, we're focusing in on that. When you understand what your Dharma is, then you can proceed with abundance. When you don't, and so there's a lot of invalidation of you going on. You keep invalidating who you are. I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. You keep ringing into your ears, and suddenly you start to believe it. And Spirit wants you to know that you do know who you are. You do know what you want to do. You're just not taking any action to be supportive of yourself. You believe that it's impractical to do so. You believe that if you did so, it would not bring you any remuneration or money or income. The Spirit wants you to say, you still need to do it. You still need to try to do it in the most practical way that you can. I'm going to go a little deeper. Hold on. I'm looking for doors that are opening for you. Self-esteem. Oh, it always goes back to self-esteem now, doesn't it? And
Right.
because you don't have it, you sabotage. You don't.
Haven't I done enough work there?
Self-esteem creates self-sabotage, and that's what you're in a cycle of that right now. You go in and out of the cycle of that. It's interesting the way they're telling me this. You go back and forth between truly being connected with yourself to not, because you're playing a bigger game with yourself. Your soul is create a bigger game with yourself, and that game is the game of uh, it's the super sabotage game. It's like a higher level. You see, because if you can say to yourself, "Well, I'm not always sabotaging myself," then you can continue to sabotage yourself. So it becomes a catch-22. It's like, how do I get out of this cycle? Did you ever hear of the cycle of abuse? Did you ever hear that in psychology? They talk about that, and particularly when people are engaged in relationships that are destructive. Well, you have one going on with yourself, and in psychology they call that um, intermittent positive reinforcement. So sometimes you're supportive of yourself, sometimes you're not, so that you keep yourself in the cycle. So the question now is, how do I get out of this friggin' cycle, right? How do I stop the cycle so that I can just move forward? Clearing of belief systems has been done. You have done a lot of clearing of belief systems. It goes deeper than that. It goes to karmic choice and believing in yourself at a deeper soul level. Okay, so I was going to talk about this today. I was saving it for Monday, but I'm going to talk about it now because it's something that you could use. Unless you want to go through some kind of deep kind of program of clearing and cleansing and all that. Remember, we started that with you once before. It's not a it can be an instant, but it really isn't instant. It's a process, my dear Danielle. It's a process. You can't get out of where you are all at once. It would be nice if I could just take a magic wand and go bling on you. But what you can do is something very simple. You just need to keep doing it. Every time you feel fearful, and that was the first word out of my mouth to you, this is what I want you to do. Okay, and then this will be your process, which is simple, it's singular, and you can repeat it. It works. When you're fearful and you don't know what to do, which is where you're at right now, you're at a stalemate. You're to go into a very quiet meditative state. You can play sounds of the ocean, for example, which I know is very healing for you. Sounds of the ocean. And you need to take a break from everyone around you for at least 10 minutes to do this. And what you're to do is to set in prayer while you're in this space that you ask for divine guidance. You ask that you be shown in the next X number of hours or days. You could say 24 hours, you could say 6 hours from now, whatever the time is, that you want to be given guidance. And then I want you to just sit there. Now, if you could do that for an hour, that would be great. If you could do it 5 minutes, that would be fine. But do it as long as you can, be in a meditation, listening to the ocean. And then pay attention for the rest of the time that you've allocated for a sign. And you will be told something. You will be given a hunch. You'll be given a feeling. You'll be told something. And then you're to do that. This is a process that you can use, particularly you, customized for you, to get you out of this cycle. It's going to crack you out of the cycle. It's slow. It'll, each time you do it, each time you get guidance and act on it, you're chipping away at karmic issues, karmic things we're born with in a soul contract for this lifetime to clear out. Now, I'm telling you how to get your own guidance, and I'm also going to give you some ideas specifically through me as a channel for you, but that's just your jump start. Okay, this is your jump start. Imagine your engine stalled and Laura's coming in to give you a jump start. So let me go to that because I don't want you to always feel like you have to come to somebody. You know what I mean? You're very gifted. Okay, so let's see here. You need to go. Oh, you need to also do worship more, honey. If you're not going to church or some form of worship, you need to work it into your life on a regular basis. That's another thing they just said. Okay, you need to do that more. Now let me go to what you can do today. Hold on. Listen to your heart. Well, I just told her that, Spirit. More about what you really want to do and then take steps to do it. You do have the ability to do that. You cannot stop yourself any longer. And so what you've done is created a catch-22 so that you would believe that you can't, but you really can. So they keep saying to do what you really want to do, which is to open a business. Right? Isn't that what you really want to do? Okay. And so why do you think, you could talk now, why do you think you can't do that? I can't tell you anything else other than, go ahead.
No, I think I can. I mean, I think I'm actually in the process of it. I just don't know what I'm promoting. I have my hypnosis stuff, but I feel like that's not really my passion so much anymore. I feel like there's other things I need to promote, and I just don't know where my gifts are taking me to. That's why I feel like I'm confused.
Okay. Well,
I feel like I can do more, and I just don't know what.
Yeah.
So this will help a lot, I think.
Okay. Well, you have to get your own guidance to do that. And when you're a spiritual teacher, a spiritual healer, you've helped people before in other lifetimes, you enjoy helping people this lifetime. Everything you're supposed to be doing is about counseling and helping others. That's what I get for you. Counseling and helping others to love themselves more. To love themselves more. You have a couple of different gifts. You can work with hypnosis. There's something else coming in that's kind of interesting, which I never would have thought of. But do you do photography at all?
Yeah.
You're good at that. You know what I'm getting is interesting, a self-esteem, a way to increase people's self-esteem through photography. Is a part of a process. I just completed a course with students on Monday night online, and it was all about creating your business based on your gifts and your soul and what you're supposed to do this lifetime. And I, don't obviously can't give you the whole course right now, but what I want to say is that if you could do a little brainstorming, um, let's see, how can we do this with you? That, in other words, you look at your resources. You're good at photography, you're good at hypnosis, but it's a bigger thing than hypnosis. It's about self-esteem. You're helping people align with their inner self, their inner soul. Part of it could be, I think we talked about this before, didn't we? Soul photography? Or was it somebody else? I know it's going to sound a little bizarre and it's a little esoteric, but I want you, because ultimately I see you coming up with a unique business that has to do with people gaining. It's like a therapy, but you're doing it with other modalities, part of which will be photography, part of which will be hypnosis, part of which will be understanding or knowing thyself more. There'll be a self-discovery system that you'll be able to do with them, either through channeling like I do with you or some other modality, self-discovery system. But you need to package it right now into things people will go for. Then over time, evolve it into the customized version that it would be for you. And for you, it's going to be moving them towards self-esteem. There's a way to brand this, and you're very familiar with marketing, is a way to brand this and have a system or your process that you can talk about quickly, put it on the first page of your website. So I think hypnosis can be part of that, and it can be like your golden thread to start pulling it through. So don't throw out the baby with the bathwater, but keep your eye on the big picture. Big picture is helping people do what you're helping people become all that they are, particularly in the area of self-esteem. Okay, does that sound like some?
That's good.
Okay, is there anything else you want to ask, honey, before I go on to the next caller?
Nope, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, honey, and this has been recorded for you. You can listen to it again.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome, honey. Okay, I'm now going to go to Jill. Unless there's somebody else here who's, let me just see something here. Nope, that's cool. Unless somebody's made a donation I don't know about, because nobody's listed here and I don't see anything in the queue. Okay, going to Jill. Jill, hello.
I'm June.
Hi, June.
Jill.
We must have heard your name incorrectly, honey. Sorry about that, love.
That's all right.
You're from Long Island also, aren't you?
Yeah, we spoke to Susan.
Oh, Susan's a doll. Susie B, I call her. She's a sweetheart. She's all about love. As a matter of fact, she's creating a business all based on that, helping people align with their own sense of love and self. I feel a male about you, June today. Sorry about that, but Jill's in front of me on the switchboard.
That's all right.
June. And I feel a male's presence to you in spirit. Are we talking about the other side for you today, love? Because that's what I focus on this show.
Yeah, it could be a father.
Yeah, it's a father figure. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you have anybody in mind. I'm just going to give you a broad stroke of what I see. If there's anybody else also. Actually, I do feel as I said, male is two males. One is younger than the father as well, like your father. One is younger.
Brother.
Okay. And
My brother and my
okay, because there's two of them there. Is there anyone in particular you're wanting to speak with before I go and develop? Who are you wanting to speak with? No? Okay, well, then let me see who comes through. The father is more prevalent. His energy is more prevalent right now. And he says, hello, my dear. I'm going to pull in some facts about him. It looks to me like he might have been follically challenged. In other words, the natural hair on the top of his head might have started to thin out as he got older. And he might have even, I don't know how to say this, but it looks like he might have replaced it with something else on the top of his head. Do you, like, in other words, some kind of a false hair up there? Do you understand what I mean by that, please?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, he shows me that, and he's kind of happy about it. He's not ashamed of any of that. God bless him. And he's also an easygoing, fun-loving guy. He carries a little bit of extra weight on him. He liked to enjoy life and liked to eat what he liked to eat. He wasn't a person to, what's the word for it? Mince words with people either. He said what he felt is a direct kind of guy. He also seems to have a mind that has within it. So let me just say again, because it's coming in so fast, I'm babbling. One thing is carrying a little bit of extra weight around with him. Do you understand that? At least maybe towards midlife to later in life? I just see it that way. I can see him at any time in his life. He cares to show me more of the time when he's wearing a little bit of a stomach on him. Do you understand, please?
Yes, I do.
Okay. He also says he liked to eat what he liked to eat. He didn't like to, he wasn't on a diet. He didn't believe in any of that. He liked to enjoy his life. Yes, you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So he's easygoing, but he also says something about having military intelligence. Now, that means something. I'm going to help you understand so you can answer me. But what I think he means by that is he had a mind like a police officer or a detective. That either means he literally.
He wanted to be a police officer.
Perfect.
But he
Perfect.
took the test. He was like a year too old.
Okay. Because he has a.
Father.
Yeah, that's your father. He wanted to be, because he tells me, he showed me a police officer, gave me the feeling of it, and then he says, I had a mind with military intelligence. In other words, he was like a detective or somebody who would like to investigate things. And he, by the way, is a shrewd, he says it's sharp mind and also fast wit, shrewd wit. He's not, I don't see him as very tall. I mean, he's, sometimes I'm a little off on height, but anyway, from 5'8" to 5'10", I don't see him as huge. You understand, please? Okay. Well, okay. But now we're giving you a lot of evidence here. So he's here, he's coughing a bit. That shows me, to me, that shows me breathing and or lung issues. Do you understand, please?
Yeah.
Okay. He says it didn't hurt, though, June. It didn't hurt. Although everybody's worried about me, how much I suffered. Excuse me for a moment, because he's taking my breath.
He went swift.
Okay. But whatever it was.
Say goodbye to him.
Oh, okay. Don't tell me anything, sweetie. He'll say it, and then you'll get evidence. No, it's all right. It's for you. Because if he says it, then you know he's there, right? Because what I want to say is he's showing me how he couldn't breathe at the end. There's something about taking a last gasp of air or something like that. It didn't hurt. There's also a sense of. Okay, I don't know if this is literal or what this means, but like as if he's going under. This is during, I believe, that it looks like an accident or something like that. It looks like like underwater or under falling down in some way. I also see, I don't know,
Water in his lungs.
something like that. Maybe it could be water in his.
He died of a heart attack.
Okay. So he must have fallen down. No, you weren't around when he actually passed, right? It was sudden then? Is that what you're saying?
I was there the night before, but then he decided, like, in his sleep, we heard him breathing like really heavy, and my mother screamed. We ran downstairs. So.
Okay. Because all I could feel is I feel this problem in my breathing. So this the breathe. So I guess as he's having a heart attack, he can't breathe as well, gasping for breath. But he shows it to me like. Okay. Oh, and there's something else I need to clear with you, and that is I see a vision of him. I don't know if this is to be taken literally or if he's just trying to dramatize his passing, but there seems to be, it's out of the house, not in the house. It looks like the scene of an accident. So that means either somebody was in an accident, maybe in your life right now, literally, like I see officers, I see police officers, and I see a road, and I see like something like a drop on the side of the road. Does that make any sense to you for what's going on right now in your life or anything that went on in the family or anything that you can put your finger on, please? Okay, so I don't know what that's all about. I don't know how your brother died either. He says, tell the family I said hello. He says, I'm not wheezing anymore, out of breath. So that means he must have been out of breath. When you're carrying a little extra weight around with you, that's not it's not something to be confused about. We all have wheezing problems, out of breath when we're overweight in particular. There's problems with his lungs. He keeps going on about that, even though he died of a heart attack. There are problems in the lungs, and there seems to be dark spots in the lungs. Did he smoke at some point in his life?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, he's pretty good at communicating. There's something about this. So, because he is such a great communicator from spirit, where we are.
wasn't in real life, though. He probably is now.
Oh, I said from spirit. Yeah, yeah.
Years.
Yeah, well, he's great at communicating from spirit. That's what I said. I have no idea how he was on Earth, but he's showing me pictures. He's giving me things. I'm getting at something here. There's something to do with this accident, so I don't know what that means yet, or if it's something that you need to keep alert to. Now, do you have a son of your own?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let me see.
He's 21.
Okay, how is he doing in life? Is he a good boy, or is he into any kind of trouble?
I have more problems with my daughter and my son. My son is actually pretty good. He's working right now and going to college.
Oh, okay.
He's not living here with me. He's in Florida.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. I'm in Florida, by the way.
My daughter has a lot of problems with the kids.
With the kids.
I have grandchildren.
Are they?
Yeah.
There's a boy there.
Isaiah and, yeah, Isaiah.
Yeah, because I keep feeling a younger male ever since I connected with you. Not just your father, not just your brother, but someone down the family line. But he's on.
I'm trying to get my daughter to counsel, and it's so hard to get her going because she has a very conflict with Isaiah. They fight a lot. And she's pulling them and doing things that she's not supposed to be doing. I'm trying to get her to counsel.
How old is he again? He's 8?
He's going to be 8. He's going to be 8 in
Okay.
February.
All right. Well, let me just go back to Dad, because Dad seems to be moving me in this direction. So let me go what he wants to say about all this, if he does at all. I think that the accident I saw is supposed to be symbolizing, like, maybe conflict in the family or destruction, or heading for some kind of problem. Maybe it's with Isaiah. Is there anything you want to? That's all I want to say about that. I'm going to go back to Dad, see if I can connect with a channel of him, his voice, or something like that. He says, you're doing fine with your life and your health. He says, nothing's really getting in your way these days. He says, it's smooth sailing ahead for you, basically. He says, it's not about you now that he wants to talk. He says, mostly about the younger people in the family. Yes, Isaiah is a problem. There's some other people as well in the family that are problems to you. There's other people that are lateral to you in energy that he wants to talk about also. Now, you already mentioned a brother that's in spirit. Is there another brother that's alive? Because it feels like there is.
No, it's my twin sister. It's only me and her left.
Okay. Is she causing you any kind of problems?
No, I'm actually getting pretty close to her more than I was now that I'm living with her.
Okay. Does she? Oh, wow. Okay. No, he says there are people that are close to you that are causing you problems. So let me just see if I can get him back again. Hold on. There are people in your family that are causing you problems. There's people in the family that are jealous of you and that are trying to take things away from you that you worked your whole life for. Don't let that happen, he says. Just hold on to what's yours and don't feel guilty to give more. Now, I'm talking to your father. Are you talking about her daughter and Isaiah, or are you talking about someone else, Dad? There's a few people in the family that would take from you. He says, I don't want them to be taking from you. So your father's talking about people taking from you. Okay? So I don't know what that means. Maybe you know what it means. I have no idea what it means.
I'll write it down and I'm sure.
Yeah, it could be your daughter because of problems with Isaiah, but it could also be maybe, I have a feeling that you may not realize it, but people take from you more than they give to you, and you're the giver in the family. So just be aware of that, because Dad wants you to give for yourself, take for yourself, and not be always giving to others. And, you're the giver. Usually the people who are very giving don't realize how much they give. And people will sneak up on you. They'll sneak up on you, and all of a sudden you realize after it's too late, wow, I'm really, I'm being worn out by this. So put some boundaries in. So your father's loving message to you is about that, not to be giving, and to give, make sure nobody takes too much from you. Okay, my dear?
Okay. I appreciate it.
Thank you, June. Bye-bye, honey.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Okay, and now I'm going to go to, it looks like I am going to go to, I'm going to go to Alex for a moment and see what's going on with Alex. Alex, honey, how are you today?
How are you?
I'm good. Now, did you not want to speak with me? Because I noticed something about your location in the queue. Did you not want to speak with me?
I didn't know what to do.
Okay, yeah, because there's a method to the madness of dialing in, which I have never had to do, but as I understand it, actually Susie told me about it once, that there's a number you push. If you don't push a certain number, then you go to the bottom of the queue. All right, let's see who's in spirit for you, Alex. The first thing I want to say is I feel like I'm asphyxiating. So whoever is in spirit has problem breathing. And this went on for quite some while. It felt like this person could never get enough oxygen into his or her lungs, no matter what was done. It wasn't easy to breathe. Let me see what else I can get, if it's male or female. A female, it feels like more of a mother figure, or someone on your mother's side of the family. I'm not sure exactly who that is, and see if this person wants to develop a little bit. Female. Okay, is there before I go, because I can see somebody here, it's a female, she's older than you, like a mother, could be a mother figure, could be somebody just lateral to you in energy. I can't get the clarity of it just yet. I see hair around ear length, it's got some wave to it. The person has more of a slender figure than overweight, and she has a sense of being somewhat educated and or an educator herself. Now, from what I'm saying so far, is this somebody that you can understand, please? Because I know I didn't get relationship yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a mother figure for you?
Not for me personally, but she is a mother figure.
Okay, for someone else that you know. Well, she's coming in loud and strong. Remember I said something about breathing, a lot of breathing problems. As if she might have had a long-term COPD or something like that, where she could never really get her breath properly. And she says at the beginning of this, it was masked a lot. People didn't really understand what was going on, and she didn't want to complain. But finally, when she started to show more symptoms, it was a little too late to do anything about it. And then, pretty much it was known that she would have just a terminal amount of time to live. Do you understand, please, for this person?
No, I don't.
Do you understand the breathing problems, please?
No.
Okay, but from the description I gave you of educator type, slender with hair up to ears, that has a little bit of wave to it, you understood that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have to honor this. There's something about breathing, okay, that goes along with this person. So I don't know why that is hidden from you, or maybe it's somebody else trying to come in also. So let me just continue a little bit, and we'll see if we can filter that out or how that will develop. This is a friend of the family's mother. She died younger than she should have, she tells me. She says, but she died earlier than she should have. Do you understand that, please? This is the friend of the family's mother, honey?
I don't know too much about my family, so I can't say one way or the other.
Okay, well, this is not a family member. You said this is a friend of the family, remember? Remember?
Right. Even the person I'm thinking of, I don't know too much about their family.
Okay.
So it's possible. I just don't know.
Oh, okay. So let the record strike that this person has breathing problems when she passes. She dies earlier than she should have, and whatever was going on with her health, nobody understood it till it was too late. And that's all I'll say about that. If you can't verify that, validate it, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay? Okay. Now, who is it that you... Okay, now I also feel to you a brother or somebody that's in a more lateral position to you, a male that's lateral in energy, a peer energy to you. Do you understand that for somebody else in spirit for you, please?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Is it your brother? Oh, okay. Now, is he who you want to speak with, love? Because I need to find out who you want to speak with before I continue.
Oh no, he's not that on.
Oh, you just have a brother. Okay. Is there somebody? I'm going to say this is about the 5th time I think I'm asking you. Is there someone that you want to speak with? Because I could go all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah, my aunt.
your aunt. Okay. Let's go there. This is for Alex. Okay, so there's somebody coming in with darker hair. They can show it any time in their life. She seems to be carrying extra weight on.
Oh, yeah. I do remember someone who was breathing problems too now. So that's really interesting. Yeah. But
Oh,
I'm sorry.
no, that's fine. I'm glad that you can remember that because I always honor everything I get because it was hitting my body and I was like having trouble breathing. And this person had something that was a long-term breathing illness, which was not picked up until it was too late. And it reminds me of COPD, which is, I can't remember what that. I don't know what the COPD stands for. All I know is that that's what I'm being told it was like, and that it was too late by the time it was discovered this person's life was taken earlier rather than later. Okay, so that's different from the friend of the family. Then is a different soul. Okay. All right, good. Now, there's also the sense, and I don't know if this is your aunt or not, honey, but a sense of somebody with beautiful dark hair. Uh, and they can show it any time in their life. So the original color is darker hair, and she seems to have fair skin, and she seems to be wearing extra weight on her physique. Now, is this a broad description of anyone that you would understand, please?
No, not that I remember.
Okay, well, I'm going to give your aunt one more try, and if I can't pull her in, I'm gonna move on to the next caller. 1 second, please. This is Aunt for Alex. Do you want to come in? Wait a minute, something over there. Is this aunt on your father's side of the family, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know why they showed it to me over there. It seems to me. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, there she is. So she's on the father's side of the family. You want to make yourself apparent, please? I'm talking to her. Loving, kind soul. She seems to be very spiritual and or religious because I actually see something about her that's like a religious figure. Actually of Christian background. Do you understand for Aunt, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I should not give me a visual too clearly yet. I'm not believing it yet. You need to make yourself clear out, please, for me. Striving for excellence in her life. Good family values. Feels younger than your father. And I can't see her. She won't let me see her. If I'm seeing her, I'm refuting it because it doesn't seem logical, which I'm not supposed to do as a medium. I'm supposed to give you everything I get, but let me just see. She also has breathing problems. Okay, or whatever it was that took her at the end seemed to have affected her breathing because I can hardly breathe as I connect with her energy. Do you understand that for your aunt, please? Breathing. Yeah. Okay. Good. And then the hair that I got is a little different than before. Remember, I said a heavy-set woman with dark hair. Her hair is more like an auburn brownish to chestnut brown color in its original hue. But she doesn't seem to be too. She seems to have an hourglass figure. In other words, full in the bust line, narrow at the waist, and then fuller in the hip area. But she's not too skinny, not too fat, but she's got a curvaceous kind of figure, if you will. At least the image she's giving me. Do you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Okay. She's filled with love, just filled with love and gentle energy. Very loving person to you and to all the family members. Gentle temperament, at least as far as she's showing me. She seems to have a boy under her, which would mean that she she had a son. Do you understand a son for aunt, please?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to try to just pull in one or two more detail and then a personal message for you, and then we'll let it go. Not to lend her any less importance because she's a very beautiful soul, sweet woman. Okay. She says, I'm all right now. She says there's a F-R-A-N name, like a Frank or Francis name. She says, tell Francis or Frank I'm okay. Do you have any significance, or can you recognize that name in any way, please?
I don't.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to leave that with you, Francis or Frank. She says, okay. Tell everyone I'm okay. I'm fine now. It was a relief to transition when I finally did. She says there are angels and God where I am. I'm in a safe place. No harm has come to me. All my praying paid off. This sense of her wasting away, which is to do usually with cancer. Do you understand that for Aunt, please? Okay. She says it was not as painful, the actual transition process, as I thought it would be. She said it was a relief to leave my body and go to God. She says, I want you to fear nothing, Alex. Fear nothing, for it is beautiful where I am. And I want you to remain as long as you can on earth, taking care of those that have been given to you to care for. You have much work to do. Anyone down, and don't give up. I hope that message has personal significance for you, Alex.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. I'm going to hang up now, honey. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to area code 703. That was an interesting one. Hello, who am I speaking with?
Hello, you speaking with Anna Marie?
Hello, Anna Marie, and you are calling from 703, Anna Marie, which is usually Virginia, right?
Correct.
Okay, I used to live in Virginia, but I was from New York, so I never lost my New York accent. Okay, Anna Marie, what can I do for thee? I know what I'm supposed to do for thee. Today is the other side. So I don't know if you realize that today we're working on the other side. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a mother figure here for you. There's actually several people in spirit, but she steps forward first, and it looks more like a grandmother type right now, although we're going to see how this develops. The first soul that comes in, it has original hair color is more on the dark side, and she looks like she's a great grandma even. I don't know. The reason I say that is, or maybe she's just showing me ancestry, because she looks like somebody comes in very like before the 1920s. You know, she's got a hairstyle up in a bun. She's wearing an apron, a white apron over a dress that it's an old-fashioned style, more of an old-fashioned style. I'm going to see.
Sounds like my grandmother.
Yeah, and even though it's an old-fashioned style, it's like a. I'll see if I can develop this in a way that's meaningful. It's gathered into the waist, but then the skirt is flaring out, and then it ends somewhere mid-calf, the skirt, but there's a white apron there, and this darker hair that looks like it has white growing into it is more up in a bun. She has a straight nose, a strong nose, and she's trying to show me her ancestry. It's either Eastern European. Hold on. I can't really tell. I think it's Eastern European, but I'm not quite sure. There's a sense of her liking to cook. Well, if this is true, then where I'm going with this is more like Eastern European, because I hear something about making pierogies, which is a form of, I think it's a form of a pancake or something that somebody would make from Eastern Europe. Okay. Now, is the grandma you're thinking of? Is she from have some Eastern European blood in her? Does she come?
Yes, she does.
Okay. And it seems like she liked to cook. Okay. Traditional, very traditional. I feel that English was her second language. I feel that she lived in the family, in the home, maybe with your mother or father. I don't know who yet, just who. But as people, she got older, people were taking care of her, and she was in the family home. So, probably your home, actually, for a period of time. But it feels like she was like alone, that you got widowed earlier, and that she had time to live alone, and that she was in the family home. Do you understand that, please?
Yeah, that's my grandmother.
Yeah. She loved to take care of you. It gave her a sense of meaning and purpose in her life, Anna Marie. She says, I couldn't do enough for you. She says, I couldn't do enough for you. There's a sense of somebody having a reddish or burnish hair in the family. She's kind of leading me to you or a sibling of yours. Somebody younger than her. You know who that could be with this auburn hair? Reddish hair? What is your hair color?
My hair color right now is two-tone. I had reddish auburn at the tips, and I have black at the top.
Oh, well, what about when you were younger, honey? What's your natural color?
Oh, black.
Black, okay. Well, somebody in the family seems to have a lighter hair color. Could have been her, but she had darker hair too. Somebody has like a reddish hair.
It could have been her sister.
Oh, okay. Then that means there seems to be some kind of younger. Was her sister younger than her? Because whoever it was younger than her. That she was taking care of also. Okay. So she just gave me that broad stroke. There's red hair in the family. Maybe she's trying to make a comment about what you did with your own hair. Like, in other words, there is red hair in the family, Anna Maria. That would have been cute, but I didn't develop it properly. Let's just leave that alone because it's just a thread. She says, I like to clean and cook, and, I was underfoot a lot, she says, around the house. She says, but I didn't really get in your way or anybody else's. I always tried to keep out of trouble. But for some reason, she shows me with the broom. So the broom somehow significant to her. She might have even used the broom for other things, like maybe shooing people out of the kitchen or doing other things with it, but I see her with a broom. Does the broom have any significance in your memory? That was her, okay.
She used to shoo people out the kitchen when she was cooking, when she was sweeping, and on Sunday dinners mostly, she would push the broom out so no one would come in the kitchen before she was finished.
Perfect. It's like perfect. Their trademark is the broom, and I'm like, I keep seeing it with the broom, and I'm overlooking it. It's funny when you do this work. Sometimes you'll see something and you don't mention it to the person getting the messages because you don't realize it's significant. You just take it for granted. And then I says, but your grandmother keeps showing me the broom. So I had to mention the broom. Okay. So there she is with the broom standing there. She likes to sweep with the broom. She likes to do things the old-fashioned way. And this broom, by the way, is more of an old-fashioned broom where it's, a longer kind of straw kind of parts on it. The bottom of it, the broom part, is a long straw kind of broom. She says she loved to take care of her own hair too, and her nails. She says you're not the only one that likes to do that, Anna Maria. She says she's very good. She seems like she had natural beauty remedies or natural herbal things that she liked to do with her skin and her hair to take care of herself. She says, and you seem to have some kind of ability in that area. Either you might, do you work in beautician or in hair care or anything like that? Because she's talking about skin care and hair care and natural remedies.
No, I don't, but all her remedies that she gave me, I eat.
Oh, perfect.
I use them daily.
Oh, perfect. Okay, because she's talking about that. Oh, so she's got these natural home remedies for skincare. Maybe you can give me a few of those, please, because I can see that Grandma had nice skin. She also has nice color in her cheeks right now. Today, the way she shows, she's smiling and laughing a little bit. As she smiles and laughs, though, I could say this about her, that her teeth weren't in the best of shape as she got older. Looks like there's some rotting going on in there. Do you understand that for Grandma's teeth? She didn't take great care of them?
Yes, that's true. She did. She eventually had to get attention.
Yeah. Oh, poor thing. There's also a sense of a male in the family under her. That would mean she either had a brother. I'm sorry, if she's your mother's mother, and I don't know which one she is just now, then you have an uncle, or that this is your father's mother, but I feel a male under her. Do you understand a male under her, please?
Yes, that's my uncle. He passed away as well.
Okay. All right. We're just going to leave it. I'm not going to go to another soul right now, but I just want to leave it with her, and I just want her to give you a personal message then of significance. Let's see what we can say about Grandma. She says, love your life as much as you can. She says, as much as I love you. She says, you're going to do really well with your health and your career. Nothing should get in your way now. And she says it's smooth sailing from this point forward. So she's indicating that it might have been some kind of obstacles that you had to overcome or things that were in the past. But she says from here on forward, everything's going to be good for you. And you don't have to worry about a thing. It seems like it's more money oriented than anything else. Does this make sense to you, please, Anna Marie?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So just get started on, it seems like there's something you're supposed to be getting started on now. It seems like it's business oriented, work oriented, and now smooth sailing ahead for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you, love.
Okay.
Thank you, honey. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye bye. Okay, we'll open up the line to Susie. I think I've gotten everybody else that was waiting. Susie, how you doing, honey?
I'm doing okay, Laura. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. A little bit all over the place in my readings, but having fun anyway.
No, you're good with spirits, and I'm good too. So, that's sometimes how it happens, and so happy to hear that you're going over your book.
Oh, yeah, I've got to buckle down on that. I'm almost ready now to resubmit it, but it'll be done.
Yay!
Yay!
Wonderful news.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm going to ask if there's anybody listening who didn't dial in because you thought that you couldn't get through. Oh, wow, the woman I just worked with, Anna Marie, says the family secret is Pond's cold cream and cleaner. Oh, cool. Thank you, Anna Maria. Did you hear that, Susie? The family skincare secret is Pond's cold cream and cleaner.
Okay.
Thank you, Anna Maria.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to see if there's anybody else. What was that?
That's the secret to you.
Well, because her grandma, Anna Maria's grandma, was showing me how she'd have secret routines for her skin. Okay, I meant cleanser and not a problem. Oh, cleanser, Pond's cold cream and cleanser. Okay. Yeah, I thought they were. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to see if there's anybody else waiting for a reading. And let me just see. Well, you can hang on the phone for anybody who's listening. I do have time for one more person, and I've cleared the queue. So if anybody wants to get something in, dial in fast, and I'll try to get you in before the end of the show. And meanwhile, while we're waiting for that, is there anything you want to say, Susie B?
Yes, I'm working on my new show, and it's going to be called Law of Attraction for Love with Susie B, and it's going to be on Mondays and Wednesday afternoons, 3:30 to 4 p.m.
Oh, wow. That is great. That is great.
All set up right here on VCR.
Wonderful.
I'm looking forward to everyone, to speaking with everyone. I enjoy speaking with everybody in the queue, and so now I'll be able to speak once again with everyone on, actually on air. So looking forward to trying to help anyone and everyone that's wanting to help to love and honor yourself first, and then attract the love that you need and you want in your life.
And you're going to be using certain, you're going to be talking about different kinds of tools that one can use, like a meditation, right? You'll do intuitive.
Aromatherapy. I'm actually going to be putting together some kits so that will help you along to cleanse and clear yourself and your space. And I have very, very great excitement for feng shui and having your home feeling feng shui for yourself and for your pet.
So Susie, you're going to be doing you'll be talking about feng shui. You may be giving tips on the
90
show.
seconds.
You'll be doing intuitive readings. You might even do guided meditations for healing and clearing blocks. It sounds fabulous, right?
Yes, it is. It's very exciting. Very, very exciting.
It certainly is, my dear. I'm so happy for you. Okay, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye to you first, Susie, love. Okay.
Okay, dear.
Thank you, honey. Okay, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. It was, as usual,
60 seconds.
an adventure. Have a great day, everybody. God bless. Now, how do I end this show? Oh, there it is. Okay, everybody, bye. Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we do it all over again. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.